would really like him to give me a bit of background because he grew up here. Yeah. First, let him just tell his name, his age, his father, and how your family, your family started out here. So.
Yo te de la mi buni andane de angul madriare yo mili madriare aya me vini rene yo azi angul madria renzele dia mini bilu susu dia min zo dia rele ani eri onde ni uni uruku ba dunia kili ban na ba dim di do ni mi rusi aya zene mili siere
mokenden Muka, aku boleh ni, apa tu? Hani cerawa.
He said, "It's fine. This issue, he knew it about it, so it's gonna help us on that line, to tell us the story of this place, like that."
So, what I would like to start with is basically knowing about his childhood. Was he born here? Did you move here when he was already a kid? And I know he even knows about the time of the Belgians. So actually where I would want him to start is just about his father, the connection of his father to this area.
Let him start with his age and the name.
Yes.
Baba, me dear man, daughter me Rusi, as in a limivre, me a be usia, miati, can come be so happy me Gigi, can convoke on Bisu and was the alert in Germany, Sabnandra, miati, Dimabino, miani, of Vozo, miata made and meet about that. De su mundura kuruta ko jane edeli tia kali su kuruta radile boare ndio mira kidinza neba ini niko ndi baba mili di azeni famiru
maru mari banando ngere ba mari ba nanda dai maru naku rudi bani ba buku ba matedi mare doronjio naku bo mandi sibu mare asidi maki mare doronjio no miaji ni ba.
He said at the first, before his baptism, he was called Nyaku. And then after the baptism, his name was called Loronjio. Nyomia, because Nyomia is his father. Okay. That is my grandfather. It's called Nyomia.
Ochita jama ushidure. Mo shidi ere modini ayasi. David Martin dima dukia ma dima du you. Man lezo you da ko. Aya, ba ji ba da na mo shidi angon maru ka ko ai dan jira ma kire da. Mari desa bisiria di mandu solo isi sindi
Baba madinga lona kaba. Mr. Dennis, he said he born at the age of 16. 1916, yeah? 1916 like that. Wow. 1916. 1916. Then 1916, if you subtract from 2000 like that, you will get the answer. 104.
105.
105.
105.
105 like that. Yeah, 105. Wow. So,
wow.
He was born from a place called Kakwa.
So he was born in Kakwa.
Kakwa, not here.
Yeah,
so where he born. But that time his mom was from that place. As the mom is in labor, almost going to deliver. She came back. As he was going back to the home, started the labor, feeling labor on the way. As the understanding mountains called Ili Omvuni. in Kakun. It's called Ili Omvuni.
Yeah.
Ili Omvuni. That's where he born. He born outside there. In the bush or something like that on the road.
Wow.
So they took the kid to home when he delivered what on the way. The place was called Ili Omvuni in Kakua. In fact, the father died. But when they were still there, even he married the first lady. When he was still there, the first son he got, when they were still there, Baba.
So it's him who moved this side.
It's him.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Baba. Me saw then I mean also listen as me dimus or me saw la gara. He said he knew
man man jama jizo kakwara ba ma wuce shi ba ma ruke da yake ba ma wuce da yake ba su ma wuce a jira ban ga kike dugo shi aya ba ma ruke da yake dika wuce ne ma ke ne zan ba yi ne ko wuce ne ba ba da iman ji man ga dugo ne ma mu ji da shi
he came here when it is 1954. In 1954, from Liti, he now transferred here. The time when he was there at Liti.
So now I also want him to tell me about the story of Kuru.
Baba, then I'm Liti as the premium of Mavamilako. The premium of Batissimo, Edufiaco. Rwanda bana mbezo ko the pusu mi runju kan ku nyakura fuko bana mberungos mi li chat area Kuru. That was his first name. He was called Kuru. Kuru. My father was called Kuru. Because the reason is they are waterfalls. They gave the name to him because of what these waterfalls called Kuru.
Also, one of his names is Kuru.
It's Kuru. The first name.
He is the one who stays around.
Yeah.
Around 1954.
That was before. When he was still
So
young.
it would be like, we're going to Kuru. No, that makes sense. Okay, interesting.
Yes, like that. So this of Miriam, they come after the scandal British about to get on. Didn't listen to us again. The Japanese are there for the 10 this. Yeah, because was it? Margo ai, Margo andra se le plus ai.
Benda rufu Margo disi.
Eta le pirangwada. E fu Margo da. Because Margo atela ati Italia vangwa in dada.
Headquarter was from a local pyramid. That's where the headquarter is for the Belgians. For us local here call it Bergiki, but it's a Belgian company. We were ruled by Belgium. From Pakwa this side, we are part of Congo. So we are carved. And you see, we were carved after that. Okay. So when British came, when they were moving, they overtook that place. The headquarters is in Alekwa. The first person we are buried there. Where if you go that side, you find there's a pyramid.
Yeah, I've read about the pyramid.
That is for Belgian. So that's where their headquarters is. When we are ruled, their headquarters. So these people, at the age of that, that we are carrying them. When a boss is going, you carry them on the head. When the boss said we go like this, make sure you make this area comfortable for him to pass. So that came and died.
kaja bude nango nani mandi mu do sudah eliche bo eli kato ni sushi man kajo sudah bor maguti ali eliche ni mu maguti angu mana dulu ba ini eliche maguti
Yeah.
ma ati ma ande eliche go mombe ati ni afande ni mombe dodo banki ne ga eliche ki angu bo ba sinda na di ni ya kama ngote ni wote ni kita kama yangu
Now,
rani angu ni kama di pinari dia kama sama de okombodu baadhi ma kama faria zina kama sasa kama okombodu dia ili kama
Baba is saying the land where he is belongs to Lechi. Lechi is created by three. Okay. One is called Kakwa, Kakwa where he was born. The second one is called Lechi. Then the third one is called Rubu. Okay, you remember Rubu? Kav and Koi that side all. So Baba is saying the land here was given by him, by Lechi, Lechi clan. So they told him from that side, come and occupy this place. So when he came, the demarcation somewhere there. So when he came down around the bridge, you remember the other bridge down there?
Down.
Yes. Cover on that side is all by Lechi. The land's owned by Lechi. But they told him, for you are our friends. But remember, father comes from this area, okay? Married that side. So they demarcated for him. Come and stay here.
Still has right because it was coming from this one.
Keep this area. But the area belongs to Lechi around 1954 when he came here. So he was like saying, area here is for Lechi. But now, currently it's not for Lechi. It's given to him. He belongs to that side of the father now. Okay? Ambido clan. Okay? That's what he was telling us.
The guy is correct. Interesting.
thanks for the ballot.
So let's say when he was growing up, what was here? Were these trees there? Like the river? Like I'm sure a lot has changed. But how was this place? What was the life?
Sanda
along the
minimuzo
river? Like,
oko angulu madria se angkai patir lia kani patir angulu malia yo.
Angurandrole.
He said, but then when he was coming, that is 1954, the place was just bare, no
just
trees.
bush.
No trees.
What?
But that's bare.
So everything was planted.
Baba, the other man is there,
Wow.
Afa andra minimuzo le kale kaltu nisusi. Minimuzo di arsi. Misu andra ngode ke aise le kan misu andra eke erole dania kan uni vale kan ratia misu.
Ni mai dia ko le. Ni mai si. Afaza na mai su angu ni mai pati di kianda dia. Ana angu mai lo.
Oluone.
Ajina na dia. Lo. Ajina na.
Te ima ade ara.
No ya.
Particular.
Nothing. No.
Yeah.
Wow.
What he's saying, when he came here around 1954, okay, what he got is this type of a tree, okay?
This one.
Yes,
Brother's
this
about to talk about that tree, but let's continue. I'll talk about
so,
it later.
He got this, and then there's one, but you find these natures, they were not there, okay?
Formed
With
with the years. In the 100 years. What?
Due to excess water coming.
So now about those trees, and I want you to translate for your dad. Because this I'm just assuming.
It's okay.
Yeah, and I told you this the other day. Now you told me that your family makes adungus, and adungus are made from that tree.
From that.
Meaning that there was a time when there were very many of these trees. Okay, and when you stand up and you look this side, you will see that these trees do a certain kind of boundary until down that side, meaning that those trees at a certain point were covering a lot of these. People were using them to make adungus, but now they are not very many. So one of the challenges on which we have to take very serious is we have to propagate and plant those trees. Because right now, as we speak, around this area, they're less than even 50.
Yeah,
okay?
less than 50.
Meaning that if we want to keep the tradition with what we're trying to do here, of let's say adungus, we have to plant a lot of those trees.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense even if we teach people how to play the adungus, make the adungus, but we don't have the raw material, of the adungus, you know, because that tree takes a while to grow, okay? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, meaning that if we want to keep that in the family, in the area, and in Maracha, we have to plant so many of those trees for our, not for our kids even, for our kids' kids, who are then going to carry on the tradition of the adungu, because that tradition is a national tradition. It's a considered tradition, African tradition, but also there are areas in Asia, in India, also who have their form of harp instruments. Yeah. So, but ask your dad about that tree, and if there was a time where there were actually many.
Baba, yo de diare, ekel mimu diandra dia, ele kalorom nisusi, cha? Kalto nisusi. So me cha de diara kendana misu okorea che afa oludi che, potianda diare ko oludi ke, che ekadine oludi ke de sadi, eke de gambamba, yeah? Oludi bo oli ke de ko wara eke nanda eke oludi ne azine potia zanda tise. Eyoni, eyora ngakiri tise. Eyora dio che. Awo piro oludi. So afane. No within eyoro ni yo. Aya oludi amandra de oludi ke eli mira se merede adungurche bale ne fa ari ruche ari ru bale ke fa ori ru ari ru eri ja ari ru boria.
Thank you.
Sadi afade ke de yo afade ke ba katika le ke zo ura andra na rusi ba de yo ngoni
na no fa anu Kadu unduri efeni bakane baringata. Abini kumura. Efeni bakavini ba ringata. Ke tana nde bani ba. Efeni ambi ringara wanti. Bo bano soda kane ringara re. Ka erkata ringara anga kuba.
Okay. What Baba is saying, eh?
Yeah.
Baba is saying around 1954. 1954, he got two trees, big one. One is this, and the one is, I don't know the name in English, okay? It has died, so this one remained.
What's the traditional name of that other one?
The other one, traditional name is, he called it, Afa, Potiana Misu, Luberane. Egbiane. Your man or Potiana Misu, your ministry, Luberane. It's called a yo, Lugar name is called a yo. So it has died. So he is all left with this. So this one, I was asking him, this one is now almost vanishing, okay? It's almost, how can we plant this one back? He was like telling me, this one, the use was common, okay? The use was common. It is not for making this adungwe, it is for making drums. You cut it and then you pull that one inside.
The inside part, you remove it.
You roll it with the skin of an animal. So it was this one. That's why you find it was common. And then people used not to cut it. When you cut it, meaning you are cutting, the aim was for the drum. Okay? So that's why it was many. But this time,
people started cutting them for firewood, for what?
They don't cut it for firewood, but it's disappearing. Okay? It is disappearing naturally. So I was asking him, how can we make it to be available? He was like telling me there's a seed. Their seeds are there.
We have to do that.
Yes, their seeds are there. I was asking him, Father, how can we make the seed available? Will it grow? How germinate?
Will it grow if we put it in the soil?
I was saying, a bit hard.
Yeah.
But the problem is interest has not been taken on that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Nature changing.
Yeah.
People are going further.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Advancing.
Yeah.
So they are not taking interest of that.
Yeah. So you tell him we are going to take interest in that.
He was again asking, adding, he went further adding the trees. There's this type.
Yeah.
The big yoke. It's called a beer.
Yeah.
I don't know English language. They have come up with this.
But I've seen them.
The names are there in English?
The ones that prepare. And I'm going to find out a lot of them.
Yes.
Some of
So
them
he
I
was
don't know
like
now,
asking,
but
he was also like telling me the bait you made is not sure of
if they come out.
They can come out, okay?
That's
because their time it was not there.
Yeah.
No one planted it to be like this. It was a nature, okay?
It's just made it,
Yes. So he was appreciating again.
Because a lot will have to try.
Yes, that's it. That's what
and it's good you mentioned that picking interest, because a lot of these plants, for us to be able to produce more, we have to pick interest. We have to try. Maybe we're going to try a seed. Sometimes the seed doesn't work. Maybe sometimes we're going to try the shoot, but we have to try. Because if we don't try, just like what he said, some of these trees are going to be gone. Now you might even find that it was maybe even more common because a lot of them were sprawling this side, whereby because of the change in the water flow expansion of the river, that's now these ends,
they're rolling.
Then the plants are gone.
I want to know something from him about this thing. Baba,
so he has given us another good alternative minus the seed. When you pick one of that branch, you cut, you put it like what you have put there. It is faster than the other.
That's like the ones we cut, because that is the tree
faster than the other one.
Right? That is the tree I think we found, and I told you.
It's very fast.
Is that the tree do that?
Which one?
You remember the tree we found down at your place? Yeah, but so suggest at a certain point, we do that, and we make like a nursery of many of those, and we just put them out. And they're very, very beautiful, because look at those flowers. If somebody was standing up there and they're looking at a line of those flowers, can you imagine the beauty, you know? So another thing I want you to tell Mzee that I'm very interested in is enhancing or promoting the already existing cultures and traditions here. I've already talked about the harp. Now another thing is the saiso, okay? Because I've seen Mzee make saiso with his brother. You also know how to do saiso the traditional way. Now I want to get a little bit of that background of the saiso, and also to know when they make the saiso, let's say now, like here at home, do they take it somewhere where they buy it from them, or like in that time and energy they put in to make the saiso? Is there demand, let's say, for it? Because I've seen him every evening, doing that. So does it benefit from it?
Baba, eo de diari, erevina mana e koroto. Dennis ambode. Your mannequin in a venom with a quodia and bego baki maybe resora. And even a money later can quan your mambi do them and bego bar, my blade cooling me for a quarter. And bego bar, ma made them beg was a car, obo, made reju, mere, other madidozi, mere sangonero. Miro tongonero mire jozi ngoro kane militane mbadi akane baki mujiare
ma embe ko bala mani la ki embe ko bala ka zo bo embe ko bala ri mama ngani
miorni sungwa
embe ko ba ma ko la ma fa ifi nga ki kinyo la
o korea mi sudanda lene fa orningo
embe ko bala no pari mani si ndi a di mani Faida kwa man go body food ni na dijimani bo. Digo man da do we man mangane fi man la fa ngali ko sen. Ngali bane fa ina jano fe o jai. Mo sen mo yu. Bo mu dibe ta di ni maji mangane maji yora maji fa maji fi maji mo yu ji. Aka ju ji bwa ngona ni ni bi kuman fi. Bo sa di si. Maji fa ma fi aka ju mo ji ngona ni ma me ba ki ni sin da sana.
Eka meni piwa raiche? Indi pa raiche?
Indi sin da sana. Bo aka ju ni ji mo ji le ambe pero lo ta ko la ti ngona ni ma sin de ni isu le si indi ta ju ni ba ji ma sin da ka ya ja. Ta ju si ba ji ma sin da ka si.
Okay. So Mose, I tried to ask Mose history about the Saiso, where he got the Saiso from. Mose told me, could now remember where he got the Saiso from. He got it somewhere, but the year are not there. Okay. The Saiso, the first Saiso he brought it grew up. Okay. It grew up, and then he made it. The other one, when it came, he was making beads. Beads, you know beads. So beads, our culture here do allow
beads.
Yes, wear beads. Yes. So he used to that crop you see in the beads. He was making it out of sarsoul, so he was putting that beads. People could come and buy from him. So the size continues to grow. When it expanded, when the size expanded, so he advanced further. Because he could not make beads of this. Now the size alone. He used a small part. He used to make ropes for goats.
As ropes also.
Yes, you used to make ropes for goats and then a cow. For goats, you used to sell it 1,000. But their years, it was not like 1,000. Yes, it was in cents. That side.
So meaning these ropes that they sell, actually it makes sense. So meaning that rope that they sell, he can actually do the sales and make the ropes.
Yes. Currently, he makes it for goats and then cows. Now, the roll, the size only when you roll it, when it is free, when you have not like make it for goats, when you roll it, you take like this side, the branch here. So you used to occupy that, take that side of Congo, around the border. The friend or son brings for him 60,000. Okay, but he makes them, this roll will be around 60 or 50. Okay, that one faces a lot of money for him. That's why he insists on that size. Okay.
So tell him one of the things I want to do, what I'm very interested in doing is still trying to move that tradition forward for the saiso, because I know, for example, Christopher knows how to make saiso, his kids know how to make saiso. But also, we can find ways of enhancing other multiple things we can also make out of saiso, whether they are crafts, like bags, whether they're things like sacks, whether they're just rolls, but also a way whereby we can keep that tradition. We can create, let's say, where we can create demand, meaning that when we have our saisos, let's say here, then we're using them along the roads, so we have them in a field, but where we can harvest serious saiso, but also where we have a team of youths who, let's say like him, have grown up knowing how to make the saiso, and then for us it's about enhancing what they can do with that saiso. Even if bringing somebody maybe who knows a certain other technique, then we see how they teach that technique to the young guys. And I know, for example, saiso can itch, you know? So you could end up finding that we, let's say, get a solution where we know, okay, now the young guys, when they're maybe doing that with their toes, maybe they wear gloves, maybe something, but to also push this tradition further to develop, to enhance it, and it exists, you know, then in Kuru for years and years and years, let's say, to come. So you just translate that for because Chris knows that, but
Muse, afa yo divini amane obadia dikare. Mbek bara maybe the Ellen the Mudiwa ifare changirse. The Ellen Mudiwa maybe mbek bara yora or Korea. Ibi minyara cha mbek bara banyanya. Mindi erifalda ya kadi minyaba mi okuado yo. Aya kadi vini yobo bachota di akira zinda kan ko afazu suzu mi rote kan ko tofu ni afande fara bachota akira zinda rene afazu ki suzu rote ti manya dere ko kan ko be gwara fo ngongir se e chota yorlere
e ka vini bongo ali mi fi ta shi ni aya e ka vini ali shi to roji lo ni kan ko afazu ni pa gan bo tibele e ka shi ro ngani ko dia on veni meko e fini ne tu pasi dini dia mi de ba fa ba mi de fa sini ti ala
aya embek bande dere akakita dere e de ongwangresi embek goma azimin dia dere ere afazo ere drea e baka ofuzo nripini tibe baka ta dere ofon angresi miniga se embek goma zichota re adri amodle kwa e minigar se chota de aduma yo Erta devine rari ambeg ba katare mi askol mi ra fafaro miniga simba ga bata mini ode mi to andare o koreare lu ndripinia kan lu ngal kenia e chota di jikara rado yo so you are
baka mas banda ba dot even for making breakfast.
Moses is telling us I was asking him. He had made it for long years, but we have not seen any impact of it eating him. What was he using for protecting himself? Mose told me he will put on long sleeve from here. Yes, he will put on long sleeve and then put here. So when you are cutting, when you're working upon them, he rolls forward. So rolling forward because you use a knife. You put it and then it rolls forward. So impact there comes just here. Okay. The impact of that, the one eating comes around here. So he puts on long sleeve. I was even again asking him. Now you have taken it long like that. You were using it for making ropes. On the ropes and then rope for beasts and then for goats and cows. Do you think that will add more value when we say, do you think that it will add something again? What do you think like we can get apart from that? Or say, you don't know. It's in advanced world. It is in advanced world. He doesn't know. For him, his interest was for making this.
His message is, you look and check, you ask the air guy, because he knows they're doing some serious stuff there. It's like, this is telling us we are finding, which means finding information, looking at different size of products, and seeing what, let's say, matches, let's say, with us, with our community, or some of the projects that can be solutions to our problems. There might be maybe ropes that we're going to use for the zip lining. So I want you to thank Mzee for me. Tell him we're going to be having a lot of these short conversations because we cannot cover everything. So guys, you've heard a little bit about the background of Kuru. We can't talk about everything in only this one session. So we're going to be having some other sessions since I'm going to be in Arua for a while. Hopefully one of these days you're going to get to see a demonstration of how we traditionally make seiso. So I hope you guys at least have got a good insight. I'm going to have to say goodbye, but let me have everybody just quickly introduce themselves.
Dennis, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you.
Muse, you're there, you're there. our four ambo, meaning and me sa where there is a zoo muzo, a yolo zoo, a manera banio zo, as cone oduangere. But they kick back a muzi, a chone, a yoda like loa maneco. So, remain our fourth ambo. Meaning and me sa where there is a zoo can pusanger, there's a zoo muzo mane or loto. So, after me our four ambo, canning. Afa oduwa siaka kete mi onvera ni timu vina maza koyo ndana maraba
ni ayo no ko tu ni di suwa mari bini di baro ni di ayo ne ya ni yo ka bu no bo ndo ko no ko ani ya asu ko ni ya kan yo de ni ayo de no ri fo tu ni mo de di mo mo ga ma su ni to tu aro na ni ya ni ti tele ni angu ba ni ba ni to ni ko ni yo ni di ya kan ko du aro no ko kan ko ago ni yo ayo ri fo ni to ya di ni
ru
e da ma sa ko yo
ru dale
mai mai
lo runjo
ta ba di ya ba no ma ru do ko ma de ma ru kuru di na
kuru ye kuru what is saying is also grateful gonna for you you're so happy when you come here when you are here feel at home okay also appreciation goes to us because he comes from my village is that side where it's college. He's also appreciating that. So next time, like any person who comes and interferes him around the place, there's no interference. Okay? There's no interference. So he appreciates you people so much.
Thank you.
Appreciates you people so much for coming.
Okay.
Papa. Yes. So again, I was even asking him, Father, like you have come, is there any security measure he has put for you? He said, the security lights all everywhere, okay? The security lights everywhere, and his name is called Kuru, okay?
And his
Kuru,
blessings
and that is
already security.
Yes. So, me, as the
you,
translator, I'm called Maxwell. Maxwell. I'm from Lichi village and I'm a native of this area. You're welcome.
Thank you. So guys, I'll have one more person introduce himself quickly and then I'm gonna say goodbye. So Chris says something.
Yeah.
So guys, name and that kind of thing.
I'm the son to him. You are my brother sometimes.
Yeah.
But sometimes you also call me your father.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
That will keep in your brain.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're my
Father,
elder.
and sometimes
you
are
I'm the father.
Yeah.
Big person.
Yeah.
But everything is on the hand of God. I'm called Chandia Christopher. He gave me a name called Eyotre Christopher. My baptism is called Eyotre.
What does Eyotre mean?
Eyotre means he has very many issues to be solved.
By the way, you have very many issues.
Very many issues to be solved.
The name, we have a lot of
the name
Eyotre.
follows. It's true.
Oh,
The name
Issues
follows.
to be solved.
Chris, thanks for that,
I'm called
guys. So thank you for all your time. I hope you've enjoyed the interview, and next time I'm gonna do another one. So have a good evening. As you can see, it's getting a bit dark here, and we don't have light. We're using solar, trying to be eco. So peace out.